Hello, in this video, I'd like to discuss how I plan to use two specific techniques to clarify, share, and help students understand learning intentions and success criteria in my science classroom. The first technique I plan to use is keeping the context of learning out of the learning intention. In my upcoming lesson on chemical reactions, instead of stating the learning intentions as conduct an experiment to observe a chemical reaction, I'll reframe it to focus on the underlying concept, understand how to identify the signs of a chemical reaction. This way, I'm guiding students to focus on the critical thinking aspect, recognizing the evidence of a chemical reaction rather than simply completing an experiment. For example, during the lesson, students might engage in various activities such as mixing baking soda and vinegar, observing rust formation, or even watching a video of a combustion reaction. While these contexts differ, the learning intention remains consistent, identifying signs like color change, temperature change, gas production, or a formation. By keeping the context out of the learning intention, I help students to see that the skill they are developing is transferable across different scenarios, which deepens their understanding of the concept. The second technique I'm planning to use is starting with samples of work rather than rubrics to communicate quality. In a future lesson where students will be creating lab reports, instead of starting by introducing the rubric, I'll first show them a few examples of high-quality lab reports. These samples will showcase different aspects of what makes a lab report effective, such as clear hypothesis statements, well-organized data tables, and thoughtful analysis of results. We'll spend time as a class discussing these examples, identifying the strengths and qualities that make them successful. I might ask questions like, what makes this conclusion strong? Or how does this report clearly communicate experiments results? Once students have a solid understanding of what good work looks like, I'll then introduce the rubric. This allows me to connect the qualities they've identified in the samples with specific criteria on the rubric, making the expectations much more tangible and accessible for them. I believe that by starting with samples, students are better able to visualize what success looks like, which not only helps them understand the expectations, but also inspires them to produce work that meets or even exceeds those standards. By using these two techniques, I'm aiming to create a science classroom environment where students are not just completing tasks, but truly understand the concepts and skills they are being asked to learn. I believe this approach will help them make deeper connections and become more confident in their abilities. Thank you guys for watching.